Hello, everyone. And yes, I'm making another video on my phone. It's 2025. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I was actually going to make a video on my camera just behind me. Let's just talk about my worst dates. And I was actually catfished. I was actually catfished by somebody by was I catfished twice? I think so, yeah. Number one in 2024, it was with a guy that I actually knew before my ex that I dated for 5 years, which I thought was it's so funny how we met again after I broke up with my ex. Finally. So it was so funny for me how we started dating again. I was like, whoa, okay. Or like just seeing each other again, like going on a date and stuff. Cause like after I broke up with my ex, I went on the dating app and then I saw this person, same person. We're gonna call this person Dar. Or should I call yeah, Dar. And so me and Dar, um, I guess matched and then started talking and then was like, oh, like, like just getting back, like, cause like we haven't talked in like 5 years, like, or over 5 years actually. So I was just like, wow, like, okay, like let's, you know what, since I broke up with my ex, whatever, let's try this again. That day was the worst. That date was the second worst date of my life. I'm sorry. I have to say it. I'm sorry. But let's just keep going on. Anywho, I thought I was actually very happy that, oh my gosh, me and this person are talking again. Whatever. So we set up a date. We set up how the day was gonna go, where we're like where we're gonna go and stuff like that. And we decided to go to a museum and then we're gonna go to a restaurant, like a diner and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's kind of new for me. I've never really done that on dates and stuff like that. I usually go to either a restaurant or sometimes mostly their home or just a park. Anywho, I think that day comes and this person actually drives, so it was perfect for me. Like I didn't have to take the transit home, and the transit in my city is horrendous, so to say the least. So yeah, that's why I was like so happy this person drove. Um, I did not like the fact that when we got to, because like this person was the one setting up the whole entire like plans on what to do on, so I was kind of expecting, I didn't mind to have to pay for myself, but I was kind of expecting for this person to actually pay for my ticket and stuff. But I was like, it's okay, don't worry about it, I'll just pay for myself, I have the money, it's fine. So that was fine. Like that wasn't even the worst part of it. The worst part of it is when we were in the museum is that this person was flirting with other people. And it's like I thought we were on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought we were on a date. So it's kind of, yeah, I thought we were on a date. Okay. Um it just didn't make any fucking sense for me. And like they were like even exchanging Instagram thing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like we're on a date right now. You were even making out with me in the museum. So I don't even understand why you're now flirting with someone else and now getting their Instagram thing. Like it doesn't even make any sense. And it was a really big red flag, but I was like, whatever. You know what? Let me just There's plenty of fish in the sea, so it doesn't matter. Cause I was just because I was honestly I was like, let me just see how this night goes and whatever. So after the museum, we went to the diner. Now the diner's the biggest red flag of all, and this is what pissed me off because I'm just like, actually, wait. After we left the museum, we ended up seeing that there's ice rain, and I'm just like, are you effing kidding me? Like, there's ice rain. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm not even wearing the proper shoes. Um and it never said anything about ice rain. Like I made sure to look at the weather and it said nothing about ice rain. And I'm just like here like like I had to tiptoe my way just to his car because it was like it was so I was so grateful he had a car. Oh my gosh. But I'm still not grateful at the fact that um he did what he did at the museum. But let's get to the diner part. Now at the diner part, I already had in mind that okay, I'm gonna pay for my meal, he's gonna pay for his meal. Because he's the one who set up the whole entire thing. It's whatever. And plus he's the one who ghosted me originally, which is how I ended up talking to my ex. Um, I did not understand why in the fuck. Um, when we got to the diner and we were like, we put our orders, whatever. He leans over to the side of me where the bar is, um, and says, "Oh, that guy is cute. That guy that works here. Can you move to the side a little bit?" In my mind, I'm just like, "This is a fucking date. Are you fucking kidding me? You mean to fucking tell me not only did you did this at the museum, you're doing this at the place where we're gonna eat?" And I thought it was kind of rude of him to do that. And knowing him for almost over 5 years, at the time, I knew he probably had some alcohol in his system or probably smoked. I don't know. Because he wasn't really acting the way he usually acts. He's more nicer than that and like more respectful. And so I didn't really like the fact that he did that. So, but whatever. And he kept looking at that person like while we were talking. It's like I'm talking to him and he's still like staring at him. And it's just like this is getting very disrespectful and yeah. I think we ate our food and stuff, and after that, he decides. So after that, we were just talking. Finally, he stops looking at that other worker and saying, I can't. The fact that it's one thing that he looked at the other worker, but it's another thing that he said verbally out loud. Oh, he's cute. Oh, can you move to the side so I can continue looking at him? Like, the fact that he did that shit, that really pissed me off. I'm sorry. Even just remembering that really pissed me off. That was that, if I could, I'm glad me and that person don't even talk anymore. And I don't even want to, if that person even tries to talk to me again, that person, I'm just going to block that person. I don't want to talk to that person ever again. I want to talk to, I think I named him Dar. I don't want to talk to Dar again. Sorry. Okay. So it gets to the point where I think we have to pay. Now, I already had in mind that I was going to pay for my food and I was going to and that he was going to pay for his food. Since he already paid for his ticket, that expensive ass ticket to go to the museum, and I had to pay for my expensive ass ticket to go to the museum, he can pay for his damn ass food at the diner, and I can pay for my food at the diner. And we good. You the one that set up the date. So, because I didn't mind, I didn't mind going to McDonald's. You wanted to go to a whole diner, a fancy diner. So, okay. Plus, the man, or not only did the man at the diner ordered more than I would have thought. Like he ordered a he ordered some, I forgot what he ordered, but then he ordered soup along with it, and then he ordered a milkshake, and then he ordered it, like all I had was a burger with bacon, fries, and then the milkshake because he told me about how good the milkshake tastes, so I wanted to taste it. And it just didn't make any fucking sense. So I'm here like, okay. Um I'm just like, all right. So it comes to the time we have to pay. So then he asked me, so are you gonna pay for my meal? So are you gonna pay for both of our meals or are you gonna do it separately? And I stood there kind of thinking, I'm like, should I pay for this ninja's meal? Because this ninja already disrespected me twice in that night. Already flirting, well, not really flirting at the diner, but you did compliment and told me to move to the side so you could watch another man and call him and compliment him. But at the museum, you did flirt with um another guy. It was so awkward because it was like it was a kind of like a almost a 2 minute silence. I was like, should I pay, should I, or should I not? So then the waiter comes back, and then before I even say anything, he already says to the waiter, oh, I'll pay for my stuff and he'll pay for his stuff. I'm in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I never even told you an answer, but if you want it to be that way, then fine. Go ahead. But I didn't like how that was, to me, that was the second worst day of my life because it's like, not only did you flirted with someone and added them on Instagram. I don't even um I think he even unfollowed me off Instagram after he went ghost on me. That's why I'm saying it's the second worst day of my life because it's like you went ghost on me. So like what do you want me to do about that? Like this is the second time you went ghost on me. You ghosted me before I met my ex, and now you're coming back into my life to talk about, oh, it was a misunderstanding, blah blah blah. I just decided to try again because I was like, you know what? We both matched. Let's just try again. But it seemed like I what was I doing? Like why did I do that? I should have just stuck with my gut and just been like, you know what? Nah, don't go for Dar because why go for Dar? You know what I'm saying? And since Dar had a vehicle and the ice rain kind of stopped after we left the diner, we got into Dar's car and I guess we were making out or something. I don't know. It was so awkward. I didn't even like the making out part. It's just because I didn't like how Dar did all of those things to me when we're supposed to have a date. And it's like you flirting with someone and me kind of far away watching you do it at the museum was kind of bad. Like that was the biggest red flag. But the second biggest red flag was you telling me to shift over so you can watch the fucking person working at the bar um and tell me, "Oh, that person's cute." Oh, really? That person's cute, eh? That person's cute. What about me? You never said anything about me. And you want to know the funny part is, after me and Dar were walking around the museum and looking at the artifacts and stuff like that, whatever. Um, Me and Dar were making out or stuff. I thought it was kind of weird because it was like, oh, you were just flirting with one person already, and now you're making out with me in the museum because it was empty, and since we are the only ones on that level looking at our the artifacts on that level, so Dar decided to make out with me there. And I just found it weird because it's like you just made out, I mean not made out, but you just, kind of flirted with someone and added them on Instagram. So it didn't make any sense to me. Sorry. Yeah. So Dar eventually took me home. I think we made out a couple times in the vehicle, and that's about it with Dar. So that's one of the worst dates. The second worst date in 2024 is a catfish. Hmm. Okay. Oh my gosh, I hate this one. Okay. So I was actually catfished in 2024 by this guy. I know as oh yeah, we're just gonna say Kiao. Okay, let's just say Kiao. So I was actually no. Oh my gosh, what I'm saying. So I was actually catfished. Um, and I remember I was kind of catfished twice, but I'll talk about the first one right now. So the first one was actually kind of was close by to where I live. So I only was able to, just walk to meet up with this person. We met obviously on a dating site, and it was funny for me because it's like you kind of showing on your pictures you're one particular type of person. And now don't get me wrong, like I'm not judging over how you really look and shit like that, but it's like come on now, like I didn't even notice, like there was no pictures for me to realize what this person is, if you get what I'm saying. I'll get there soon. So anyways, I'm looking at the pictures, and I love when people on dating apps mostly add their face pictures, less of their animals, less of artifacts and stupidness and shit like that. Just add your face. It's a dating app. I kind of forgot about the date until he messaged me. I didn't even like I looked on my phone, I'm like, "Oh shit. Oh my gosh, I have to go see this guy at this mall so close by to me. Oh my gosh, what the fuck?" So I just dressed up quickly. So yeah, you know what? I was a little late, but he was already at the mall picking up stuff for his niece or something. And I was like, that's what he said. And I dressed up quickly. I dashed my way, and I'm a very good fast speed walker. So it's like I would have got there less than 10 minutes. And then for other people, honestly, if they walk at their own pace, they would have got there for in like near 20 minutes. So I'm a really good fast walker. Like I really would get there so quickly. He told me, "Oh, okay, meet me at this store inside the mall." So I was like, "Okay." I go inside the mall, and mind you, I've seen the pictures on the dating app. So I'm like, "Okay, that's what he looks like." Then I go and see a whole different person, a much bigger person. Like he had a big belly, and I didn't even know this man had a big ass belly. Um, Mind you too. And if you're gonna go meet up with someone on a dating app, I'd advise not coming in a whole sweaty, like his shirt, I kid you not, was sweating. It was sweating to a point where I'm like, so where are you? Because and he was tall too for some reason. It said on the dating app that he was around my height. But then it shows when I came up to, because like I didn't know, like I thought the person in the sweaty ass shirt was someone else because the face was different, a little different, the hair was a little different. Like I thought, I didn't even know. But then I come up, he's like, "Oh, I'm at the store." I'm like, "Okay." I actually went inside the store, but I came out of this like he's like, "Oh, I'm outside the thing." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's where you are." But I look and I'm like, "Please don't tell me that's him." Like I said in my mind, I was like, "Please don't tell me that it's this guy. Please don't tell me it's this guy." He comes, he's like, "Hi," and stuff, and he tries to hug me and stuff. I'm like, do you in my mind I'm like, "Do you not see your shirt?" And I'm like, the mall has AC. I'm like, how is this man sweating this much? Like, it's dripping. It was dripping. I'm not lying when I say this. The thing was so wet. When I came up closer to him, his shirt was so wet. This is ridiculous. So, you would think, since he came to meet up with me, because he lives so far away from me, and I didn't know he had a car. He kind of lied to me too, because I told him, I asked him, he said he was gonna come from the subway, but he actually has a car. So I'm like, wow, okay. But I didn't care because the mall was so close by to me, so it's like whatever. It's just like a um less kind of 10-minute or less walk. Um, so we walk in the mall. We had to walk to the other end to the mall. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Like, this is so awkward. Like, you're taller than me. Your stomach is way bigger than I thought it would be. And that's no hate to anyone that's, has a big belly or whatever. I'm actually into chubby guys, to be honest. I'm not. His belly was extremely big. Like, he was big. Like, I if you look at his pictures, you would think you wouldn't have thought his belly would be that big. So it kind of like, I was like, wow, okay. But at the same time, too, I did ask him, I'm like, hey, do you want to go to the food court and eat? Like, sit down and eat. Let's get to know each other more. As you would do when you meet someone in person on a dating app. Like, go sit at a cafe or if you're gonna meet at a restaurant, like sit down and just talk, or just sit at a bench outside if it's warm outside and just talk. But no, this man wanted to go to another store just to buy something for one of his family members or something. We're not even talking, mind you. We're just walking to the end of the fucking mall. And I'm just here like, are you fucking kidding me? We're going all the way to this fucking store at the end of this fucking mall from where we were before. Are you fucking kidding me? I was so fucking. I'm still fucking pissed off from that because it's like we walked there and then we walked back to where we were before, but we passed it to get out of. Because this mall has a lot of. How much? This mall has five entrance and exits, I was just like, what the fuck is going on with this guy and shit like that. So, like I said before, this man has a car because he lied to me when I messaged him and I said he said, oh, he was gonna come from the subway, but he ends up actually bringing a car, and it's like I didn't get anything to eat. We walked I think we walked to a clothing store so he could buy something for his family members. And then we walked back to where we were. We passed it, and then we went to the parking lot, and that's about it. And I can tell on his face, it seemed like it was very, very, very awkward. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna, you know what? Whatever. This, and once again, this is another man that goes ghost the day after. Like we were talking and stuff like that. Because I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry that of how the day went and whatever." He said, "It's okay, don't worry about it." Blah blah blah. Blah. He was being nice and stuff like that. But then the day after, man starts talking to me dry, and I can already notice, okay, he's gonna go ghost on me. Like this is how it always happens. They meet up with you, they pretend like they like you so much, and blah 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 blah. You guys talk a little bit, and then they just go ghost on you. Let's talk about the other catfish. So I had a catfish, a second catfish. Mind you, this is list of worst dates. So the second catfish is um this one I actually had to travel, but it wasn't that far for me. So we're gonna call this one Al. So Al. Um. So when me and Al we met obviously on a dating app, we started talking. Al is actually a nice person. I actually liked Al a lot. But Al once again is a catfish. Why? Because I did see I think I did see a body pic in one of the pictures, but I didn't see, but it looked like Al was kind of slim. So I was like, okay. And mind you, like I said, I don't mind chubby. I don't. It's just not too big. Not too big for me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be I don't mean to body shame or anything if it comes off as that. It's just that's my preference. Like, I know some people love big. Do you? I'm not even judging. It's just that that's not my preference. Like I like kind of just like it to be a little chubby, and that's about it for me. You know, I mean, I don't mind slim and I don't mind chubby, but too big where it's gonna squeeze me and I can't breathe. Yeah, like when they're on top of me. Mm-mm. Um. Anywho, I think we talked on the app for like months until we finally able were able to meet. And I actually had to go up to Al's place. So Al just lived a certain distance. Excuse me, I think I had to take a streetcar that runs on my street to all the way to downtown and then take the train because and take the train up to where Al is. And that was just a couple stops, stations. I was kind of, obviously if you're gonna meet someone in for the first time and especially go in their place, like yeah, you're gonna feel a little, shy, scared, whatever. But I just told myself, you know what? Just do it, Evan. Come on. This is, and it was kind of new for me because it's like normally just go out like, but at least we talked for a couple months. So and then we were able to meet. So finally I get to Al's I think place. It took me a while to get to Al's place because like Al told me a specific location and I tried searching it on my map and I got off at a stop and I was just like looking around. I'm just like, where the fuck is this? Like, but once again, and this has happened to me in the past, where trees block up the place I'm supposed to go to. That particular place I'm supposed to go to, like, there's trees blocking it. So it's like, oh wow. So I was like, oh okay, I can now because like I think I had called Al. I think so. Because we were texting a lot. I was like, I don't know where your place is. I can't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. And it was kind of dark outside. So that's why I kind of was like, like, where is it? Oh my gosh. Like, I was just spiraling out of control. I was just like, I was crossing the street. Like, I was like going back and forth. Like, where is it? And then I finally saw it. And then I took the elevator, went to Al's apartment, knocked on the door. Al opens the door. Once again, it's the catfish. Why say this? Because it's like you made your pictures look like you were slim, but then you once again are 10 times the size you are in your pictures. And that's kind of misleading to some people. I don't have a problem with that. I find that personality wise, actually a very nice person. So this person, um, Al, was obsessed with a celebrity I'm not going to mention because I don't know if Al still would see this video, but was obsessed with a certain celebrity. And I don't blame him for being obsessed with this celebrity because I actually kind of am obsessed with this celebrity too, but Al actually went full, like the whole entire wall was just pictures of this celebrity. So I was like, okay, like I have a friend already that is a fan of this person. So I'm like, okay, doesn't bother me. I love this artist's song. So yeah, so we were just playing music, eating snacks. It was a very nice chill. It was a nice time and stuff. But then it's like, Al, I'm sitting down. Al starts trying to like Al just like leans on me. And it's like, mind you, I said Al is like a little bit taller and 10 times the size of me, or 10 times the size I thought Al was. And Al was kind of like, I kind of felt like Al was like on all over my body a little bit. And Al was just like, I guess like Al wanted a little cuddle moment, whatever. But Al was squeezing me. Like I couldn't almost breathe. I was just like, I remember when Al went all over my body, just laying on my body. We weren't naked or anything. We didn't get there. Al was just like all over my body, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Like, because Al's like has his eyes closed, and I'm just like looking around, like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And then Al even goes upper, I guess, to make out with me or something. And it's just crazy, like how that shit went. So the night goes by. I think it's time for me to leave and stuff like that. I think other stuff happened too. I'm not gonna mention. Let's talk about the thing that actually that has taught me not to ever do when you go to a person's home. especially a person that you met for the first time. So I asked Al if I could use the washroom. Al said yes. So I was like, okay. Al, so I used the washroom, whatever, washed my. I think I actually used Al's list. I saw Listerine there, and I wanted to use it just because I wanted to use it. So, and only used a little bit. I didn't even use a whole lot because I wanted to just because I'm in. I didn't. It, I just wanted to use a little bit. Okay. So I swish in my mouth. I stepped out of the washroom and Al's just standing there staring at me. I look at Al. I'm like, what? And he's like, did you use my Listerine? And I'm like, yeah. And then there's this awkward silence. In my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, the kitchen's right there, or he might kill me. Like, what's going on? Like, da da da. I'm just like, ah. I'm like, the kitchen is right there. The knives are right there. I was panicking because I'm like, and he's like, oh, okay. In my mind, I'm just like, what the fuck? You could have just said that. And this is when I was getting ready to leave. So I used the washroom before I was getting ready to leave, and then I put my coat on because it was in a cold weather. Yeah, it was a cold weather. So here in my city, um, we have we have transit that runs during the night, but it only runs every half an hour. So, or even sometimes some of them even run every hour. So I missed the bus that I actually missed the bus and I was like, "Oh my fucking goodness." Um oh no, I went to McDonald's first because I didn't think it was like I thought they would still it was open 24 hours, so I'm here assuming like they would have chicken nuggets. But now they're telling me, "Oh no, we're just starting to put the pancakes together." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding?" In my mind I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So I get out of the McDonald's and I'm about to cross the street to get that particular bus to get me downtown. Um so I could get actually I had to yeah, it's a honestly when it's these routes that run half an hour every half an hour or an hour, you have to make sure you don't miss that because you're going to wait a long time. Some I don't know, you're going to wait. Um and I missed the bus and I was like, fuck. I'm like, fuck, I missed this. I just missed this bus. And I was trying to flag it down too. Like I was like a taxi, like you would do a taxi. Like I was like, oh fuck. But I was so lucky that a taxi was right behind it and I flagged on that taxi because I was like, I need to get home. It is late. I need to get home. I got inside the taxi and I noticed the taxi on my way on our way to where I live, the taxi driver is just turning on random streets. In my mind, I'm like, there's particular streets where this taxi driver could just turn and just go straight down to where I live. You don't have to turn at these particular streets, side streets, and then go here and it like I noticed he was trying to boost up the fucking thing. That's why I didn't give his ass dumbass a fucking tip because it's like I know you what you were doing. I applaud him for waiting for me to cross the street so I could because I didn't think there would have been a taxi just randomly, you know. So I just was like, okay. I just didn't like how what the taxi was doing and shit like that. So that was a yeah. I guess you could count that as my third worst date of this list on this list. let's talk about the other worst date. Let's talk about the fourth one. So I kind of went on a dating app once again. Um, and I ended up talking to this one person, and it's so funny because we were talking on the app for a while, and we seemed to actually get along pretty good. And I think we ended up exchanging phone numbers to text because it was so annoying to go on the app to text and stuff like that. So we started texting from there and stuff like that. I remember I had a doctor's appointment, and um, I was just talking to my doctor and stuff in the room, and I wasn't expecting no phone calls. I'm just saying, I wasn't expecting no phone calls. Next thing you know, the person that I was speaking to on the dating app was calling me, and in my mind, I'm just like, what? So it's just like, okay, let's just talk, I guess. And mind you, I'm coming out of my doctor um appointment, and my doctor appointment was all the way in so far away from me. Like I'm, oh my gosh, you won't even believe how far it is from me. But yeah, it just calls me. I was just like, what the fuck? But funny enough, it was right when the doctor appointment was done, and I was just leaving, and I'm just like, I picked up the phone, and I was just like, hello, and then he's like, hello. So we were talking and stuff. I think I made him laugh saying something. I don't know. I think we made each other laugh saying something to each other. I don't know. But he jokingly was like, "You sound like a twank," and I'm like, "You too." Bitch, I don't care what I sound like. You too. If I sound like a twank, you sound even more worse. Don't even go there with me. And I'm not saying being a twink is a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, but he did say I sounded like a twink, so I was like, "Bitch, you sound. If I do, you sound even way worse. Don't even go there with me." But yeah, so that's the only reason I'm bringing this up is because of when we first met each other. Yeah, so this is past all the phone calls me and this person have had. Now we're talking actually talking about where now we're talking about when we actually met each other. This is the third worst date. I should have put this in number two. I don't know why. I don't know. But the other two are catfishes, and this is um yeah. So so this is another worst date I had. I don't know if I would call this a catfish, but actually for me, I don't know if I would. I don't know. Everything seemed the same in person, but the date actually just we met at a restaurant because we were actually supposed to meet at a mall, but we ended up meeting at a restaurant just south of the mall, and I just thought it was so awkward. One, because there's hardly anyone there. You know what I'm saying? Two, he already ate prior to meeting up with me, knowing me and him are going to meet up. So it pissed me off a little bit that he ate prior to meeting up with me, and it just looks odd that I'm eating in front of him, and it's like at this restaurant, and he's just sitting there and we're talking. But the strange thing I found about this is when he was talking to me, he was whispering. I'm looking around the fucking thing. I'm like, why you whisper? And I even asked him straight up, I'm like, why you whispering? he didn't even answer my question. He just continued talking. So I'm just wondering, and I kept asking him while I was eating too. I kept asking him, I was like, why are you whispering though? And then he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, but why are you whispering? Just answer the question. Like, why are you whispering? There's hardly anyone here. And plus, the people that were there, because there was only like three people or four, and this restaurant is a little biggish. Um, I was just wondering, I'm like, why the fuck is he whispering? So, anywho, we were talking and talking and stuff like that. The restaurant's meal, like the burger, was disgusting. It had no taste. I wish we went to McDonald's. I wish we went to either Popeyes or like KFC where they actually have taste. Um, this restaurant did not, and I've been saying it does not. And I only went there that day because this particular guy wanted to meet up there. He said he lies, and I knew he was lying to me. In the end, yeah, in the end, I knew he was lying to me. Look what this guy says to me. He's like, "Oh, I have to go to this learning class or whatever," because apparently he was handing out resumes at this mall, at the same mall we were supposed to meet up at. So he apparently left the mall and saw a store that has these baguettes or something. I'm not sure. And it kind of is a long walk from the mall to where he got that food. So yeah. So if he wanted that food, all right, I guess. It's like you could have just like brought it over to the restaurant that I went to, and then we could have just ate together there and just talked and got to know each other better. Um, it irritated me because he's like, "Oh, I have this learning class to go to, this learning class to go to," like trying to like rush up, you know, um, like trying to just leave quickly. Like, and I kind of noticed it, so I was just like, okay, I know what this guy's doing. Like, he's like not like if I can I just say one thing? If I could have, I wish I could have showed you how hungry this man was to go talk to me. Because there's a time when I didn't even respond for like, what, an hour? And he had there's a whole couple messages down. Like, he was chasing after me. I wasn't chasing after him. I don't chase. That's the thing you need to know about me is that I don't chase. You want me, you can have me. But you need to really show me who you are, and if I think you're compatible with me, then fine. But this man was showing me like he was real interested in me, like real hungry. So I was just like, okay, fine. Like, let me just see what this man wants. Because, like, this man would not stop messaging me. And I'm glad I turned off notifications. Because, had I not turned off notifications, I would have been getting boom, 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 boom messages. Like, because my phone would vibrate consistently. So, after that date, quote unquote date, I was sitting at the table. I was finishing up my meal. Like, I only had like a what, two or three fries left, and I'm about to put my tray in the garbage. He didn't even wait for me to do that shit. The man, when I tell you, this man left so quickly to a point where I didn't even know where the man went until it dawned on me that the SUV behind the SUV on the side of the restaurant he was actually inside of it, and his mom was probably inside of that SUV ready to drive him back home. So it dawned on me because I looked at the SUV. I'm like, why is there an SUV sitting right there? You know what I'm saying? Because the when you go inside this restaurant, it's not there was hardly anyone there, hardly anyone working there. I just didn't understand what was going on. Because I was actually waiting for a good long time for someone to actually come up to the counter and then um ask me what I want. Because like when he said he had to go to some learning class, I was like, that's complete bullshit. And the reason why I say it's bullshit is because when I got home, that's when this ninja decides that, hey, I think we should just be. I hate when guys do this nonsense. I think we should just be friends. You know, I'm not really. I don't think we're compatible. Like, just shut up. It's like, just shut up. It's like, you only met up with me once in person. And by the way, we had plans to meet up somewhere else. We had to change up the plans because you wanted to do this and that. So I accepted and I went along with your plans. We had plans set together, but you wanted to change up so we can go by your plans. So why in the fuck are you on my case about what's going on? Oh, talking about, oh, I don't find you, um, I don't find us compatible. We could just be friends. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, how the fuck do you expect us to be friends if you're. And I just put him in this place. I'm like, well, you only met me once. You were very hungry for me on the dating app because I didn't respond, what, in 1 hour? You're already on sending me multiple messages. If only I could just if only I screenshotted it, I would have had the receipts. But this ninja actually deleted their profile so quickly that I was just like, okay. And it just pissed me off. And I sent him a good hefty paragraph. I'm like, we only met once, and it was so awkward. And on top of that, too, you had a Walmart bag right next to you with your resumes. It's like you're actually gonna go to a high class mall with a Walmart bag giving out resumes, and then you're actually talking about how, oh, I don't find us, but you were so thing, and you're the one who called me for kept me and this person actually have talking spoken on the phone quite a lot. It's kind of crazy how now this person just isn't interested. And I had the same face, same body. I always make sure to put the most recent picture first, and then you could see how I would look like when my hair grows out and stuff like that. So it doesn't make any fucking sense why y'all. I don't get it. But okay. If you guys want to be like, if all you guys want to continue being like this, then go be like this. I don't get it. It was just ridiculous why I had to just go ahead and keep, like, I just feel like it's so hard to just find the number one person that actually would treat me with respect, be there for me when I ask like be like just like all I ask is for respect. Like I will give you respect, you give me respect. That's all I ask. But why do I have to take such disrespect? Why do I have to be ghosted when I'm actually giving you respect? I'm actually messaging you. All of these people that I've mentioned in this video have ghosted me. One of them actually has came back on a different app and actually pressed and actually it showed that they liked me because this app has a feature where it shows you this person liked you. In my mind, I'm like, oh, but you're the same one that ghosted me. Let's be very fucking clear here. You're the same one that ghosted me. So I've decided this year, honestly, that I just need to focus way more on my fucking self. Less on these fucking ninjas that are gonna play a love game, as Lady Gaga says. They're basically playing a love game. If you don't like that person, just tell that person straight up. I'm just saying, if you don't like that person, just tell them. Just tell them. Just get it out of the way and just tell them. Already this year, I'm actually going to say already this year, I've actually had to cuss out someone, actually two people. I had to cuss out someone that I knew years prior. um and I had to cuss out someone that I just met in 2024. But me and this person in 2024, the second person that I mentioned, me and him are actually friends. Like we actually hung out. And it seems like we're friends, but we're not really close friends. So I haven't really told him much but about my life, but um he says he'll invite me over and cook some food for me one day. So I don't know if friends do that. I guess they do. But it is going to be awkward because it's like I originally liked this person and then now it's like we have to go to this friendship type thing, and it's going to be very ox on my side because it's like but yeah, well, that is my I have another thing that happened to me in 2024, but it ha- it was just, I guess I'll just say a person ghosted me after me meeting up with them on social media or on a is that is it a dating app? Consider a dating app? Okay, I'll say it's considered a dating app. But I had a pleasant time with this one person. So this is the last person, okay? This is the last person of 2024 that I met up. Um this person was heavily flirting with me and it really turned me on. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, stop. But then this person asked, hey, why don't you come over since we live so close to each other? Why don't you just come over and stuff like that? Because there's no way I could have this person come inside my home with family over. So I'm just like, okay. Um, it was kind of cold outside, but I was just like, I have a good coat. Um, and I'm good. So once again, I'm in this predicament where I can't find this fucking person's place because I clicked on the link. Like he sent me a link through text, and it wouldn't find the place. Like it says it's right in front of me, and I'm like looking. I'm like, but where is he? And I'm asking. I'm like, so where are you? I can't find your place. What number? Can you tell me what number it is and blah blah blah. And he wouldn't answer me. And mind you, it's so cold outside. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, is he gonna come outside or like I'm literally and it's so funny too because it's like someone from my that I know that's well known in this apartment building was actually at a bus stop nearby, and I'm just across the street waiting for this person to come and open the door so I could come inside. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, please don't tell my mom. you know? And it's like, but then again, it's like, Yeah, it's not like you're gonna know what's gonna happen and stuff. But it was a pleasant night once this person took like what, 20 minutes to now message me back and be like, it's okay, I'll be downstairs soon. So this person was probably at least cleaning or cooking. This person finally comes, opens the door, and I see the person, and I said, we greeted each other, and like, I don't know, like, and he's just like, okay, just follow me. And I was just like, okay. So he just went inside his place. I'm like, if you were cleaning up for, and then you knew someone else was coming in your place, why is your jackets on the sofa, just like chilling on the sofa with the hanger on? So I thought it was kind of weird. I'm like, you're here doing all of this cleaning and stuff like that. And if you were cleaning a lot, why did you ask me to come over? You have so much shit blocking up that whole entire um place for me to sit down by the TV, and I don't know what's going on here. I think we watched a movie with Lindsay Lohan in it. It was a really nice, really good movie. I think it was a Christmas movie, but it was really nice actually. I actually loved it. We were holding hands throughout the movie. So I'm here assuming because this man was flirting with me heavily on the app. So I was like, okay, everything's fine, whatever. And we were just watching movie, flirting, whatever. I don't know. I think we kissed. I think I'm not sure. I can't. Yeah, I think we kissed. Oh yeah, we definitely kissed, made out. Um, but it's just like I I don't know, like the night was fun, but it's just like I just didn't like how the next day he ghosts me. And I'm just like, is this another one that is this another one that is this another one that has to ghost me now? What's going on? Why it's not Halloween anymore. You don't have to put on a fucking costume and ghost people. What's up with this shit? I'm just like, do you have to ghost me? Like, does this person have to ghost me? I actually had the best time of my life with this person. Why the fuck does this person have to ghost me? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Ah. I hated how this person ghosted me. I'm sorry. I just hated how this person ghosted me. I'm sorry. I was so nice. I was overly nice. I just hated it. We communicated, we connected on so many things. This person, yeah, maybe a little old timeish, but we connected on so many things. I'm like, well, why are you ghosting me now? And this was 2024, mind you. You even said thank you, Evan, for the a good night tonight and blah 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 and stuff like that. Because I was like, no worries. I had the best night too. Thanks so much. Hope to see you soon again or whatever. And I tried speaking to him the next day and we were talking the next day and stuff like that. But then it's like I noticed he was being dry. They start being dry and then they ghost you um after. And it just pissed me off that why the fuck would you just go ahead and just do some shit like that? You know damn well that I was actually very well interested in you. It just irritated me so bad. It still irritates me till this day. Like, it's like we actually had a good time. Like, I don't get why the fuck would you, out of nowhere, just irritate me, just ghost me like that. I wasn't about to chase him. Like I was like, you wanna fucking ghost me? Go right ahead. I'm not gonna chase after you. Like, sorry, I'm not gonna chase after you. It, you're not worth me doing all of that. I'm sorry. If I run into you, whatever. I think I actually, you know what's funny? I think I actually ran into this person um a week after. So it's kind of funny how this happened. So, yeah. That was my video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.